So Marvel just announced their Hall H panel, and to be honest with you guys, I hate the Robert Downey Jr. cast. I'm gonna just get that out of the way. I think it's one of the most desperate things the MCU has honestly done in franchise history. I felt like it was a parody of like the stuff Vought from The Boys. I don't even watch The Boys. I just know the memes, but just something from The Boys universe that they would make fun of. So yeah, I'm not that excited for Avengers 5. I don't really even care about Secret Wars that much anymore. I don't know. The Avengers movies just don't have me that excited. The Russos coming back is nice, but the Russos haven't made a good movie since Endgame, so it's also pretty hard to get excited, and they only have half of the writing team from Endgame on this instead of just trying to get the full writing team. So I'm a little bit concerned. Now the Robert Downey Jr. casting, number one, that they ruined. I don't want to get to that point. But number one, they basically kind of just whitewashed Doctor Doom. That was a big problem people had with Wanda uh, as a character, but I would assume that in this day and age where the MCU is more wanting to be cultural appropriate with things, and that they went out of their way to find a Mesoamerican, I think Namor is, but like they went out of their way to find somebody that fit Namor's, uh, you know, I don't want to say heritage. I would say ethnicity. Somebody that fits Namor's ethnicity. They went out of their way to find an actor. They went out of their way to find a Pakistani or Muslim actor for Miss Marvel. So I was like, okay, they're probably gonna go out of their way. They've learned their lessons. They're probably gonna go out of their way and cast a Romanian actor for Doctor Doom. Even had a whole Romanian actor campaigning to be Doctor Doom, and they pick Robert Downey Jr., the man that is the face of the MCU for the past 10 years from the Infinity Saga, now he's playing Doctor Doom. It just feels cheap and lazy. And it's my main problem with the multiverse. It's like, ooh, anything is possible when it's really just, well, we can bring back anybody we want and we really don't have to creatively try anymore because the easy pop is going to get you guys all hyped. You're going to get all hyped and all buzzy because, oh my god, Robert Downey Jr. is back! The MCU is saved! Like I said in a previous video, I think the MCU is just a mixed bag of things, honestly. It's like you either care about some projects or you don't. And I don't think this panel, in my personal opinion, did enough for me to say, oh, I'm interested in the future. In fact, it did the opposite. It made me not as excited about these upcoming Avengers movies, especially when there were so many other routes they could have done if they didn't want to do Kang. So that's my thoughts on the Avengers stuff. I did not care for it. I don't like this casting at all. I mean, I do have some morbid curiosity of how it will play out, but I just really did not like this casting. This feels like a casting you would see in a Deadpool movie where Deadpool would cast Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom as a joke. Like I don't really think he's a great fit for the character. And honestly, that means that we are for sure gonna get some type of Iron Man variant if he's already gonna be in an Avengers movie and he's already gonna play Doctor Doom. I would assume they would find some way to bring back Iron Man. He is for sure coming back. And I have a strong feeling maybe Chris Evans will return as Captain America. Um, but like, bro, are we gonna see Iron Man fighting Doctor Doom? It's gonna be the same actor fighting the same actor. This is gonna be the first time in franchise history where you have an Avengers movie where the same actor is literally just fighting the same dude. It's honestly quite hilarious how this is. I know a lot of people are gonna be hyped, and maybe I don't want to be a buzzkill to you people, but I just don't think it was a good decision. I think it really just shows how desperate the multiverse saga is getting because of just how unsalvageable this is. They really fucked up with Ant-Man and the Lost Quantumania. And honestly, this panel made me inspired to do a whole video of how Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is the movie that ruined the MCU, for lack of a better term, and I will break all of that down eventually. So yeah, I did not like this casting. I didn't care for it. I'm not that excited for either Avengers movie. So I guess now it's already happening. We just gotta wait and see. They're not gonna do a fucking Sonic situation where they're gonna change the casting because they Robert Downey Jr. is a big draw, and they gotta get this movie filmed by next year. So they're gonna do it regardless. They don't care anymore. Just end the multiverse saga. That's all I beg. Like, can we just end the multiverse saga and get to mutants, please, for the love of God? Uh, that was my takeaway from the Comic Con panel. This was definitely my least favorite MCU Comic Con panel that they've done. I thought 2022 was actually better, but that's just me. But anyways, let's talk about the movies that they did mention during their Comic Con panel before the reveal for the Avengers movies. Now, Captain America 4, it was confirmed that Giancarlo Esposito is basically going to play the character of like the leader of this servant society. I'm blanking on the character's name, but he does have this badass look. So the servant society is still in Captain America 4, and Giancarlo Esposito is going to be the main lead. Outside of that, they did show some footage. Harrison Ford showed up to Comic Con. Anthony Mackie continued his great feud with Tom Holland, basically saying, "Fuck you, Tom Holland. I have my own movie now." And the footage they showed was basically Harrison Ford, General Ross, basically telling Sam he has a plan to recruit the Avengers, and then towards the end of the footage, they have Red Hulk. He turned into Red Hulk while doing a speech. So yeah, I guess this was hype for Captain America 4. I know some people are gonna boycott the movie because of a certain character that's in it, and I do respect that decision. But I think, from what I heard of Comic Con, it seemed like the Captain America 4 footage was pretty hype for the people that were attending. Now let's get into Thunderbolts. This is the movie I cared least about, and I was like, okay, maybe they might reveal some things that might change my opinion about Thunderbolts, and nah, this is still my least anticipated MCU movie coming out. Right alongside the Avengers movies, I just don't care about Thunderbolts, and it comes down to the team. I don't care about this team. I don't care about any of these characters besides U.S. Agent Yelena and Bucky. Like, that's it. Ghost sucks. She was a trash villain in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Do we really need to talk about Taskmaster? Red Guardian's a literal fucking child trafficker. I don't care how hard they're going to try to make him into this goofy comedic dad. He literally trafficked these poor girls and ruined their lives. Just for what? Exactly, for his country to fucking betray him. Oh no, I'm supposed to feel bad that the child trafficker's country betrayed him. Oh no, Alexi. Oh, that's so bad. Oh no. Anyways, and then you have Valentina and Defon, whatever the fuck her name is. She's kind of the person that brings the Thunderbolts together, and I don't know. I don't really fucking care about her character either. She was in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I think she was in a post credit scene for Black Widow, and maybe she was in Hawkeye. I don't even fucking know anymore. But yeah, I don't know. This footage they had was, it was like okay, they Yelena meets Alexi in his apartment now. And then after that, Val sends all of them on a mission. Apparently, they all fight each other. And at the end, it's revealed that this guy named Bob is in a hospital gown. And they confirmed that Bob is going to be Sentry, but he'll just be called Bob. What's funny about Sentry is that he's a literal drug addict and he does drugs. And that's how he gets the powers of Sentry. So I'm curious if the MCU is going to keep that origin story, and I don't think they are going to keep that origin story, but it would have been funny. I would have been like, okay, maybe I would be more interested in Thunderbolts just for the hilarity of that idea. But yeah, Thunderbolts, bottom of the list in terms of the panel. I didn't really care about this movie. heading into Comic Con and walking out of Comic Con, I just still did not care about Thunderbolts. But really, the movie I cared about, like out of this whole panel, because I didn't care about the Avengers news, I didn't care about Thunderbolts. I thought Captain America 4 was solid. But what I really cared about was the Fantastic Four. So the cast came on stage. Pedro Pascal, Ebon Moss-Bachrach, Joseph Quinn, Vanessa Kirby. They came alongside the director Matt Shackman, and we got some looks of the retro futuristic NYC that the Fantastic Four will be living in, and it looked phenomenal. They even showed the Fantastic car, which looks badass. Apparently, it's a they used an old model of a car. I'm blanking again on the brand name, but they turned that into the Fantastic car, and it looks cool yet classic. And apparently, the footage showed Reed Richards actually teaching kids, and it was in 4:3. And then by the end, you had the reveal of Galactus in his comic accurate look, looking through a building. I thought that was badass the way they described it. You had the Thing going on a dating show, which is very Fantastic Four. Like that is a situation that the Thing would find himself in those old comics, and stuff. And so honestly, yeah, this has me excited. Also, the movie is called Fantastic Four: First Steps because, of course, the MCU loves its subtitles. I don't really care about. I know I said that a lot. The title's whatever, but I am just super hyped for this movie. I cannot wait. I don't care what this movie is called. I'm gonna call it Matt Shackman. Please save us from the MCU, please. And so that was it. That was my genuine reaction. It was a little whatever. I know a lot of people are gonna glaze the Avengers stuff. I didn't give a shit about it. But as a panel, again, the movies here were a little weak. Besides Fantastic Four, that was the only property I cared about. I feel like that was the one that they really went all out for. Besides their Avengers announcement. So, honestly, I thought this was one of Marvel's weaker years at San Diego Comic Con, and let's just I guess, see where the future goes, even though I'm not that incredibly hyped for the future of the MCU. But anyways, what were your guys' thoughts about the San Diego Comic Con announcements? Do you have different opinions from me? Do you actually like that Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.